Do you want to talk about protection? Spirit protection. You need to talk about spiritual protection. You need to learn about spiritual protection. What it is, why it is. If you're working on behalf of the light, God's source, God's light, the highest vibration, you're going to become a target. The target I'm just stopping here. The bird has just dropped a branch within inches of my body. How on earth did he manage to carry that target? See what I mean? Life's very strange like that. Anyway, as I was saying, if you're working on behalf of the light, God's realm, the highest vibration, you're going to need to understand spiritual protection. Now this can be put in place in many ways. Now we have to protect ourselves if we are intent on working on behalf of the highest vibration, being a light worker. Think about it. If you're in a football team or any sports team, or you're a boxer, you have an opponent. Throughout our lives we have to struggle against odds, against opponents you cannot see. These are the dark, the creatures of the night. These are the lower vibrations who work to undermine what you're trying to achieve on behalf of someone else. Anything that you do that is good is a trigger for the dark to undo. It's like being on a seesaw. You can learn to work with both sides, make both sides work for you, but you have to be skilled in knowing which one is which. So if you stick with it and you start to learn how to put this protection, a kind of a bubble. The government placed this bubble around us to keep us in lockdown as a protection against the COVID virus. It's where you lock yourself down, you wrap a bubble around you, and if you so choose you wrap it around someone who's close to you, a husband, a wife, a friend, and you can stretch this bubble to encompass the room that you are in. You can stretch this bubble to encompass the whole of your house. You can send this bubble out as a protection to other individuals like friends and relatives. And the aspect of this protection, as we know, is to stop ill being. It is to stop bad luck, to stop those individuals from succumbing to illnesses or anything that will undermine their lifestyle. Now if you think about it, you think you can't affect these people who are not with you? Yes, you can. But the book stops here with you. You start to build your own protection around you, your own castle, your own eureka moment. And you keep this bubble around you throughout your life. You start by meditating, and then eventually you don't need the meditation. If you're simply standing in a bus stop or standing in a queue or sitting at home doing nothing, or just like I'm doing, I'm wandering around through the woods, and then suddenly for a moment you can create this imaginary bubble, but it's not imaginary, believe me. You wrap it around you and you protect yourself against undoings. I can take this bubble and I can strengthen it. I can see through it. It's physically not within my reach. It's something I cannot physically touch. It's a spiritual thing, and you stretch this bubble out to encompass everything that is important to you. Only the highest vibration, the light, can come through it and work on your behalf, cleansing you, protecting you. And you may start to wonder, if I can't see something, how can something that's not there be doing something on my behalf? Well, it can, believe me. You can build within this bubble a scenery of your choice. You can put things inside it that is pleasing to you, that is positive to you. You make it your home, kind of cleansing your house. You cleanse your body, you cleanse your soul. If you take a bath, you take a shower, you physically wash yourself. Why not spiritually wash yourself? Once this cleanliness is in place, you go about your life, and every now and again, if something isn't going right, you can create this bubble to try to work on your behalf. But it's like the seesaw. You keep trying, and they undermine what you do. And why would they do it? Because they're trying to earn brownie points for the dark side. And why are they doing that? Because they're trying to undermine God's work. And we know that the dark side was created when the devil was cast out of heaven. And he's trying to undermine everything that God's do as a way of getting back against God. And we're stuck in the middle, balance on our lives between both aspects. There are those who choose to work on behalf of the dark, but what will happen when they cross over, pass away? Where will they go? Who will they go to? They can't work on behalf of the dark and then expect to be led into heaven. So if you choose to work on behalf of the light, to be a light worker, you're going to have to lay down rules and regulations and stick with them. You will fall away sometimes. Sometimes you'll be forgetful. But what will happen is that at the end of your life, you should have earned certain credits on behalf of the light. A sort of well done, a badge of merit. Right, here we go again. As I was saying, I keep getting distracted. So many things happen in the woods. With the more people around these areas, due to being in lockdown, they're not at work anymore. So you have to put up with it. Interacting with spirit since I was about 6 years old, and that's some 65 years ago. So in that time I don't think I'd done too bad, giving and taking what I get. I only wish I could have done more on an industrial scale. A kind of preacher to the masses. See them on TV, the old Billy Graham type of individual, an audience in thousands. Always wanted to do that, but I didn't do too bad. I've had my fair numbers, but everybody has to have a wish. A tick box, a bucket list, and that was one of mine. But in all that time, I can honestly say that one of the things that stuck out in my book was public knowledge, or lack of the spirit realm. Acceptance is the right word. It's as if the majority of the individuals have got a fear of the unknown. Can you imagine that? That was bred into us when we were children, the bogeyman principle. I remember hiding under the blankets, and you were always told if you misbehaved that something unseen would come and get you. And I would expect that kind of silly talking would stay with you for years. And I wonder if that affected some of my feelings regarding the unknown. But eventually, once you get to accept that there is life beyond the life we live, it's nothing. The more you understand, the more you want to learn, the more will be given to you. The more that's given to you, the more you learn, and the ball keeps rolling. Just think about that. It's a never-ending, perpetual motion. Once you get to saying, yes, I accept, yes, I understand, please give me more. And also learning to treat spirit with respect, because one day we all cross over, and we in turn will repeat the process of being on earth just like our ancestors, and people will still have the same feelings, the same fears, and we wouldn't want anybody treating us with disrespect. I certainly wouldn't. But just think about it. The number of individuals who have their own ideology. The fear of the bogeyman, as I said, is one thing. The television programs that we see that are put out to the masses, giving the fear factor. We don't want that. It's not a game. These are the real individuals who cross over and stay grounded on earth, if it is their wish to do so, and they try to interact with the people they left behind. It's as simple as that. So we wouldn't want to have all this, what I call rigmarole. Yes, I was told by Spirit that there is an understanding that it is the fear factor is woven into the fabric of society. It is important to have this set in stone until mankind or womankind, I'm not being sexist, learns to accept the fear factor is just a value.